Hi everyone, welcome to Delights to Share, and today I'll be sharing with you my recipe for zucchini lasagna with no noodles. The zucchini will serve as the noodles, and I'll be making it with a ricotta and veggie filling. Very healthy and delicious. I'll be using from 4 to 5 medium-sized zucchinis, which I'll cut into long slices so they resemble lasagna noodles. And for the filling, I'll use ricotta, parmesan cheese, eggs, carrots, fresh spinach, salt and pepper, and I'll dress each layer with any store-bought spaghetti sauce. I'm using vodka sauce. And I use some mozzarella on the final top layer of the lasagna. Let's begin. I cut off the tips of the zucchini. And with the mandolin, I cut slices lengthwise to make these strips that are about 1/4 of an inch thick. It's important that I don't get my hand too close to the blade, so once I have less zucchini left to slice, I start using the mandolin hand protector. I first get the zucchini to grip onto the blade slightly, and then I use the hand protector to push the zucchini across the blade. Okay, I've sliced enough zucchinis now, and I'll put them all together. As you can see, the mandolin helps to have all slices be the same thickness. Now I'm going to dry these zucchini slices because they contain way too much water when they're raw. So I'll bake them first. I prepared a pan with parchment paper. I preheated the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I place each zucchini next to each other. It's okay to overlap them a little bit. They will shrink and they won't stick. All right, off they go to the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. After about 20 minutes, I take the slices out of the oven and I flip them over so I can bake them for another 10 minutes. As you can see, they've dehydrated a bit and they've become softer. Okay. Off they go to the oven for another 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, I'll start preparing the filling for the lasagna. I'm using 1 1/4 pound of ricotta cheese, a 1/2 cup of parmesan, 1 egg, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I give it a good stir and mix all the ingredients with the ricotta. Next, I shred a medium-sized carrot directly into the mixture, which ends up being about a 1/2 cup of shredded carrots. Here we go. I'll give it another good stir with the ricotta. And the last ingredient to go into the ricotta filling is fresh spinach. I chop about 2 handfuls of spinach leaves, and once it's all chopped, it comes out to about 3/4 cup of chopped spinach. I add it to the ricotta filling and give it a good stir. This is what it should look like. And now I take the zucchini slices out of the oven and they're done. They're quite dry, as you can see. You don't want to skip this step of drying them because if you use fresh raw zucchini, your lasagna will be too soggy. All right, so I increased the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm ready to build my lasagna. I added some oil at the bottom of my glass baking dish, and I start placing my first layer of zucchini slices right next to each other. I then spoon spaghetti sauce all over the slices, about 3/4 of a cup. Then I add 1/2 of my ricotta filling on top of the sauced zucchinis. I use a fork to gently flatten the ricotta and make it reach all the corners of the baking dish. Okay, now I place a second layer of zucchini slices over the ricotta filling, placing each zucchini right next to each other as much as possible. And I press the zucchini down gently. And now I add more sauce. And finally, my second half, or the other half of the ricotta filling. Finally, I place the last layer of zucchini slices on top of the ricotta. The final step is covering the lasagna with the remainder of the spaghetti sauce. And also, I like to put 3/4 cup of shredded mozzarella on top. So just to review, I made 3 layers of zucchini slices and 2 layers of ricotta filling. I cover the lasagna with aluminum foil and it goes to the oven for 40 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I take the lasagna out after 40 minutes and I remove the aluminum foil. And off it goes back into the oven for another 15 minutes so the mozzarella toasts a bit more. And here's the lasagna done, hot and bubbly. I let it rest for a good 30 minutes before serving. Okay, I'm ready to serve myself a serving. I use a serrated knife. It's easier to go through the layers. And I always use 2 spatulas to get that first slice out. Here we go. And now it's time to taste. It looks absolutely delicious. And it's healthy, no noodles involved, just vegetables and ricotta. Here you can see the 2 layers of ricotta and the zucchini. Absolutely delicious. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so I can share more recipes with you. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for coming and bye for now.